Now, turn off all the lights and get ready to never sleep again.
Something keeps opening my bedroom door in the middle of the night by dark places. Saturday night, I went to bed a couple hours after my wife. That's typical. She likes to lay down before 11 while I drink beer and play video games until I can't see straight. I probably snuck into bed somewhere around 3 a.m. An hour or two later, she shook me awake from a paper-thin sleep. The door just opened. Huh? My head was spinning, transitioning from drunken stupor to the hangover it was sure to become. The door, it just opened. She elbowed me in the side so that I'd open my eyes. I could tell by her voice, now that I was coming back to reality, that she was frightened. That's when I realized what had happened. It was 4 a.m. and something had opened our bedroom door. We keep it closed so the cats don't climb into bed and take up all the space. There's no lock on it, but it closes and latches. Cats can't reach that high up to turn the handle. Well, that's not good, I said, because clearly she was expecting a response. The door opens at an angle. There is a mirror in the hallway, and from where I was lying, I could see half of my face. I got up and went to the door, peeked my head out, and turned right to look down the dark hallway. The apartment seemed empty. You didn't open it? I asked. No, I just woke up and it just opened. I think the sound of the latch woke me up. I opened my eyes and the door was just opening. On its own? Yes, on its own. Must be a ghost, I said, because I knew it would scare her. She got up to use the bathroom. Well, now I'm scared, she said from behind the cracked door. Better a ghost than a home invader or something. No agreement, but no dissent there either. Do you want me to check out there? We have a gun, but truthfully I wasn't clear-headed enough to feel comfortable taking it out of the safe. My head was spinning and my dry eyes desperately wanted to stay closed. You'll end up shooting one of the cats, she said, coming out of the bathroom. Just leave it. Probably the wind. Yeah, maybe I didn't close the door all the way when I came in. I was trying to be quiet. We went to bed. My sleep was restless. I kept thinking I would open my eyes to that open door in the dark hallway beyond. The sliver of mirror I could see from where I slept. When I finally did wake up, thin blue-gray light was falling through the window. It was daylight, which meant I was safe. I slept until noon. When I got up, the whole event felt less frightening. But one thing I was sure of was that I'd closed and latched the door behind me. I could remember the sound as it slid home. I remember thinking it would wake Jenny. Sunday passed, as always, boring and foreboding. We joked about the ghost a bit, me having a laugh, Jen not so much. I can always laugh when the sun's up, even if I know it won't be so funny in the quiet hours that wait past midnight. She does a better job of keeping that perspective with her. Now I'm scared, she said that night as we lay down. There's no one here, I said. Where would they be hiding? In the washing machine? What if it happens again? It's not going to happen again. I slept hard. I don't think I even shifted or moved once. I dreamed that it was 2 a.m. and a sound had pulled me from sleep. Of course, I didn't know I was dreaming. I was laying in bed and the bedroom door was wide open. There was a cat on the floor beneath me, rubbing against the bed frame and purring. I stood up. I shook the bed once, said, "Hey," but quietly, like I was worried someone else might hear me. I poked my wife's legs. "Hey, did you open the door?" She turned, struggled to open her eyes. "What?" I said, "The door's open again. Did you do it?" "No." I popped my head out and looked into the living room, and it was empty. There was nothing there. No couch, no TV, no Halloween decorations. We'd been robbed blind. That didn't bother me, but the thought that someone had been in my home, might still be in my home, got me to slam the door and lock it. Their stream's door had a lock, I guess. I went for the gun. "Someone stole our shit. Call the cops," I said to my wife. Her back was to me. "Just get back in bed," she said. "Someone could be in our apartment. Call the cops." "It's just the ghost." That made sense. I put the gun down and climbed into bed. It was much warmer in there than standing in our cold bedroom in my boxers. My eyes wanted to close immediately. I began to drift when I was overtaken by the urge to check that I'd really locked the door. My eyes opened and I saw the bedroom door open again, the darkness in the hallway trying to slip past the barrier into our room. I was looking at the mirror in the hall, the small section I could see, making eye contact with myself. There was something crawling on the wall above where I slept. It was all black like a shadow, shaped almost like a person, but too long, and bent at all the wrong spots. It was climbing down from the ceiling toward my head. I tried to scream and couldn't. That's when I realized I was dreaming. I've had a few bouts with sleep paralysis before. My wife started laughing next to me, the sound growing and growing. I tried to kick her or elbow her, the real her, the one lying in bed next to the real me, the way I always do, hoping she'll wake up and pull me from paralysis. Then my eyes were open. I was lying just as I had been when I fell asleep, turned on my side, facing my wife. She was facing me, her face serene, lost somewhere inside her head. There was something behind her, a pale face poking over the edge of the bed. Its arms were long and black and bent inward at the elbow. White hands gripped the edge of the bed where it rested its chin. I saw it behind her and tried not to look at it, thinking I was still dreaming, still stuck. It smiled at me as it slowly lowered itself beyond my line of vision. My breathing was fast and ragged. I moved onto my back. I could move. I could feel. I wasn't sleeping. I shot up, then rounded the bed, looking on my wife's side, where the thing had disappeared to. Nothing. The sound woke Jen. What? What?" She sat up quickly. "There was..." I stopped. Had I really seen that? Or had I still been in the nightmare? I thought I flopped over to my back, but what if I'd been on my back the whole time? That's how most sleep paralysis occurs, on your back. Maybe that had been part of it, and I'd only woken up just now. "Did you open the door?" she asked. I turned. In my frenzy to get up, I hadn't noticed the bedroom door was open again. "No, I don't think so. Did you?" "I was sleeping. You woke me up." I looked down the hallway. All our stuff was still there. The living room was dark and quiet. Stale taste of sleep and the sour taste of adrenaline mingled in my dry mouth. "You better not be messing with me," she said. "I'm not, honest. I had a nightmare. I thought the door was open, but I was sleeping. All of our stuff was missing. Then..." But I stopped again. I didn't want to tell her about the thing crawling on the wall or hiding behind the bed. "I don't know. Are you sleepwalking?" "Never sleepwalked before," I said. This time I used the bathroom, then went to the kitchen to get some water. I did a quick sweep of the apartment. It didn't take long. Like I said, not very big. Because I knew I had to if I wanted any hope of falling back asleep. There was no one there, nothing out of place. Somehow that only made me feel worse. I went back in the room, closed the door, pulled on the handle from inside to make sure it was fully closed. I didn't fall asleep for hours. I couldn't stop thinking about the thing I'd seen on the wall. The thing that had still been in the room when I'd woken up. Had it? I might be losing my mind. The door doesn't lock, so I'm going to stack some old textbooks in front of it from now on while we sleep. I don't care how strong the wind is. Even if the door doesn't latch properly, those textbooks aren't moving. Not unless something moves them. Greetings, spoils and ghouls. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more, subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss out. If you have a request or suggestion, make sure to leave them in the comment section below. We hope you enjoyed this video, and remember to stay spooky.